Before they begin, Bob and Ray are glad to read the following bulletin from the Office of Fluctuation Control and Sealing Repairs, Bureau of Edible Condiments, Soluble, Insoluble, and Indigestible Fats and Glutinous Derivatives, Washington, D.C.
Directive 94345-56201. As of September 1st, 1954, the price of groundhog meat will be fixed at a level no higher than the price of groundhog meat on October 15th, 1907, with the exception of the low-level water route outlined in the Bureau's directions of 1916. For finding the Kansas City stockyards, note slightly higher west of the Rockies.
Bob and Ray are glad to read this as a public service.
Now here's the picture all America has been waiting for.
Now at last it can be told.
Now for the first time, someone dares tell this different story. You'll be shocked.
You'll be thrilled.
You'll laugh.
You'll cry.
You'll wish you stayed home.
When you see Repulsive Pictures' greatest triumph.
Grub, the story of food.
It took 5 years to film this moving spectacle. Imagine the stark realism of tons of roast beef consumed by 5,000 extras.
See 1,500 screaming babies waiting for their strained spinach.
See tons and tons of frozen food. Women fought for.
Men died for.
Grub.
Grub stars Sherman L. Sturdley as fearless Figlione.
Marcia Van Alshot as luscious Lucretia.
Plus Jonas Lattimore as the kindly old grocer. And introduces Barry Campbell as Figlione's son, Mario, who'll sing his way into your heart.
Can't you hear me calling Caroline?
Now listen to an unforgettable scene from the picture Grub. Figlione has just been refused admittance to the cafeteria by Lucretia.
You mean I won't have my grub today?
I'm sorry, Figlione. If it were anyone but you.
But you've always given me my grub, Lucretia.
But today, Figlione, you have no ticket. If you were to be challenged in the grub line and you had no ticket, it would mean instant death.
But, Lucretia, you don't understand. I must have my grub.
Yes, scenes such as this are many in Repulsive Pictures' latest release.
Filmed in various shades of gray, be sure and see Grub, the story of food.
Produced by the same studio which gave you the moving vehicle Crosstown Bus.
See Grub, the story of food, opening soon at your neighborhood theater. Once again, it's time for Matt Neffer, Boy Spotwelder.
Brought to you by stuff you put in a glass that fizzes up and gets all over your suit and everything.
Matt's trying days at the aircraft plant are over now. He's between jobs and sitting in his tastefully appointed apartment. He hears the doorbell ring and his friend Todd enters.
Todd, come in.
Yes, Matt. I hurried over when I discovered you were between jobs.
It's a nice way of putting it. Actually, here I am, the world's champion spot welder, and I'm out of work, Todd.
Well, that job at the aircraft plant is over now, Matt, but as champion welder, I'm sure you'll get another job very quickly.
Out here in the back entry, Todd.
Yes.
Boy, it's cold out here.
Yes, there's a nip in the air.
Hey, don't have any heat out here, Todd.
Well, it does keep the vegetables and apples nice and cold.
That's what we use it for. And in the summer, it's always cool. In the winter, it's cold here. In the summer, it's always cool.
Do you come out here and sit in the vestibule in the summertime very often?
No, we don't call it that. We just call it the back entry, Todd. I do sit out here often in the summer months.
Well, Matt, I wonder just what's been going through your mind since your last day at the aircraft plant. Whether or not you've had time to think about the future, to
plan on what you're going to do now and, well, to get yourself busy.
Up here,
with...
Todd, in the sewing room on the second floor.
Right. Second floor, did you say, Matt?
Right.
That would be 2 flights.
No. Just the second floor. No, come back down.
Oh, I've gone one too many.
Right. Now, stop right at this landing. That's it. Now in here. Straight down the hall.
Right or left? Matt?
Straight down the hall. You can't miss me. I'm here by the window. See? Here I am.
I see you now, yes.
Yeah.
You're looking out the window, Matt.
Yes. The reason I came up to this room, I get a wonderful view of my backyard and the yard next door. Todd, do you notice anything peculiar over there? Something that the police should be told about?
Well, let me look, Matt. I've seen that backyard a good many times. I've never noticed anything particularly unusual. No, I don't see anything there.
I don't either, so I guess I won't call the cops.
Leisure has overtaken Matt Neffer as he struggles to find something to keep him busy until the next spot welding job. He and his friend Todd talked long into the night. Next time, join us when we hear Matt say,
Over here in the dumb waiter, Todd.
in the next episode of Matt Neffer, Boy Spot Welder.
Now it's time for Just Fancy Dan, the Barber of Hartsdale. As we look in on Just Fancy Dan, we see him by his barber chair, attired in purple corduroy trousers, a kind of beige suede shoes, and a real gone blue hat. He's talking to Pliny, who's in the chair.
Well, Pliny, you've had your troubles, all right.
Just want to say we're almighty grateful for what you done.
Well, Pliny, it's nothing that any barber wouldn't have done.
Oh,
Trying to help a
shucks,
neighbor
now.
out.
It's not that.
What, are you
tough.
grateful about everything
We're
I've
all
done?
grateful. I want to tell you that the wife is grateful, too.
How's your wife feel about all I've done for your family, Pliny?
She's grateful.
Well, I'm certain.
Kids are almighty grateful,
And
too.
I'll bet the kids are quite appreciative of all
They
that.
want to appreciate. They appreciate everything you've done.
Yeah, just turn a little bit this way. What's
All
that
right,
you
Dan.
say about appreciating, Pliny?
I say we appreciate it.
Well, I don't
What
want
you've
no-
done for us.
Don't
We're
want
almighty
no thanks
grateful.
for nothing I did.
Well, something that should be said, and I'm
Well,
glad to say it. I'm
How's
grateful.
your wife? Is she grateful
She's
the way
grateful.
you are?
She's grateful.
Well, I'm sure she should be, and all your kids, too.
Kids are grateful. We're almighty grateful to you, Dan.
Well, I didn't do much of nothing for you, Pliny. I just tried to help you out over that tough spot you were getting into there.
Just one thing I want to say to you, Dan.
Here, let me get the left side of your sideburns there.
One thing I want to say to you.
You want to say any one thing to me, Pliny, before
Right. We're grateful.
Well, it's certainly nothing I wasn't happy to do, I'll tell you that. I like to stick my nose in people's business.
Wait a minute.
Kind of... Oh,
Did you nick me a little?
it seemed like I did, yeah.
Well,
It's kind of flowing there. Lie
I've
down.
had a full and happy life.
Oh, now, Pliny, don't go talking like that. Lie down on the floor, so...
All right, Dan.
Well,
We're all grateful to you.
oh, now, Pliny, you're going to pull through, all
We're
right?
almighty grateful, Dan.
Just got your wife grateful, too, Pliny.
Yeah, she's grateful.
And
the
I
kids
suppose
are all grateful.
The kids and your wife and you just can't thank me enough for all I done for you.
Getting quite weak now, Dan.
Yeah, let me put this pillow under your feet. I always say get your feet up higher than your head. Cases like this. I
think
certainly...
that's right now.
I didn't mean to nick you that way, Pliny.
Well, accidents will happen, Dan.
Oh, of course
We're
they
almighty
will.
grateful
Oh,
for
come
what
now.
you done.
Don't you talk that way. Yeah,
I've had
I'll
a
just...
full, rich, and happy life.
Well,
I
I'll
want
just...
to say goodbye to you, Dan.
I'll cauterize
Before I go,
this in
though, I
no
want to
time.
say one thing.
Yeah, you want to say anything, Pliny? Or
Right.
what is it?
I'm grateful.
Something about you being grateful, your wife, kids, and everybody, I suppose.
We're all mighty grateful.
I'm
Glad you're grateful.
Yes, we're all mighty grateful. We've been listening to Just Fancy Dan, the plain barber of Hartsdale. And now it's time for King Yukon of the Northwest. King Yukon is a big, beautiful dog. And, of course, he belongs to the great sergeant of the Northwest Mounted Police, the late, great Sergeant Clarence E. McGillicuddy. As we look in on Sergeant McGillicuddy, our down King, King Yukon is right at his heels as they make their way into Dawson. And we hear...
Come on, dog. Got to ride into Dawson for supplies.
Sergeant there.
Yes, dog?
I'm not the dog there. I am Pierre,
Oh,
there.
yes.
Pierre, the half-breed on it there.
Yes, Pierre.
Hey, what was you doing on top of that dog there? You was taking him on top of the town there with the big, what's the matter with that dog there?
Well, Pierre, nothing's the matter with the dog. We were just tracking down a group of desperate criminals.
Oh, you mean some was, take the pelt from on top
They've
of the
been
traps there?
stealing the pelts out of the traps, Pierre, and we're here to straighten out the whole thing.
Get that dog away on it there. I'll
Down,
kick him on top
boy.
the chops there.
Down, boy. I see you don't like dogs, Pierre.
I don't like a dog that was growl on top of me there.
He never barks or growls unless he knows there's something that he shouldn't like about
I
the
got
person.
half-pound hamburger on top of the back pocket. That's what he was
Oh,
smelling.
that's probably the reason. Down, boy.
It was not that... I will kick that dog there. You don't talk him off there.
Well, we've got to be getting
Talk
into
him off
Dawson.
me there.
Come on, boy. Down.
Hey, Sergeant there.
He is pretty mean.
Hey, Sergeant there.
Oh, he's going after me now. Wait just a minute. Down, boy.
Why you have a dog like that, Sergeant? It was making trouble all the time.
I don't know. They just assigned him to me.
I was get him loose there on top of the woods.
Down. Down, boy. Have you been having any trouble with your pelts, Pierre?
Yeah, they was not holding up these pans there. I was having an awful time on top of the cold weather. You have been listening to King Yukon, the great dog, and his friend, Sergeant Clarence McGillicuddy of the Northwest Mounted Police. All brought to you by someone.
Hello again, everyone. This is Mary McGoon. It's so good to talk to you all again. Well, now that it's time that we all think of food and so forth, I thought I should like to talk briefly about a favorite salad of mine. I know that salads are playing an ever-increasing role in serving of foods in fine restaurants and so forth. That's why I have today a favorite recipe of mine that I'd like to give you all now. It's called frozen ginger ale salad, and this is how I make it. First, you take a huge crock, and I fill it with the contents of a quart bottle of ginger ale. Either pale or golden makes no difference. You just pour it in. Then I take a head of lettuce, Boston, or iceberg, or romaine, and I shred that and put that into the crock containing the ginger ale. Then I swish it all around until it's thoroughly swished. I get to giggling on that. It's so much fun. You can wear a rubber glove if you so choose. Now, after it's thoroughly swished, I take a marshmallow and I cube it. And that will keep you busy. And after that's been cubed, friends, you put that in, too. Then I take a chocolate bar with almonds, and I remove the almonds and break the chocolate up into little bits and put that in, too. Then I swish it all together, and when it's completely swished and settles down a little into the crock, I pour it off into a mold made in the likeness of a dear friend of mine. Then I take it up and put it in the freezing compartment of my refrigerator. Now, after it's hard, and you can tell when it's hard because it will be hard when you touch it, you see, you take it out and you chip it into individual servings, serve it with Argyle sock sauce, and garnish with pimento. Well, that's about it. You serve that to your family, and I know they'll really appreciate it. It's a dish fit for a king.
Time again for Mr. Trace, keener than most persons. Today, the surly old investigator draws from his files the folder marked The Peg-Leg Men Murder Clue. It's late of an afternoon in some season, and in his office, Spike Delancey expostulates.
Look here, boss. In my sandwich, worms.
What's that, Spike, you
They
say?
look like worms.
Oh.
Saints preserve us, boss. You don't suppose that somebody's trying to get me, boss?
I would say this is a plot of some kind, Spike. Something more deadly than anything that man could
I hate
imagine.
worms in my sandwich, boss.
Spike, I think the heat has been getting you a little bit. Here, sit down by the air conditioner and cool off.
All right, boss.
Here, let me pour you a glass of cold water from the water cooler.
Thank you, boss. You wouldn't be after having a little beer, would you, boss?
I think there's some in the cooler, Spike.
Fine, thank you, sir. I'll go help myself, boss.
You do that, Spike.
Meanwhile, you look for...
Why, Spike.
My teeth almost came out, boss. I was saying clues.
Clues, right, Spike. I'll look through my report on the last case. Nothing in here about sandwiches. Nothing in here about murder.
Saints for service, boss.
The door, Spike.
Do you want me to open it, boss?
I think you'd better. Someone evidently seeks to enter through the attic.
Wait. All right.
Why, who are you? Lurking there behind the silken curtains which cover the door to my air-conditioned office.
I'm not lurking, sir. I'm right here. I want
Spike.
to talk to you.
Spike, it looks like some kind of a peg-legged person.
Saints preserve
A
us.
seafaring man, perhaps.
Obviously so, boss.
Yes.
Look, he has a hook to in one arm,
He has
boss.
an evil glint in his eye.
Saints preserve us.
I wonder why he's come here, Spike, and why he stands there in the doorway, looking at us in contemplation, as if at any moment he might attack in some way. Or else, maybe he's here asking for help, wanting us to help him.
Saints.
No, it's not for help. He's here to fire at us, Spike.
Saints preserve us, boss.
Yes, I
Let's get
quickly
down and
deduce
back
that
of the
fact.
desk.
All right, it's going to be open warfare.
I want to talk to ye. Both of ye.
Us, sir?
Yes, ye. Both of ye.
Well, come in and sit down.
Saints preserve us, boss. I
Looks
don't like
like
the
a
looks of
bad
this.
crime, Spike.
Here, I'll sit here.
I think I'll call this case the Peg-Legged Man Murder Clue. And so we learn why Mr. Trace calls this case the Peg-Legged Man Murder Clue. Be sure and join us next time when we'll hear the old seafarer say,
And then me boat settled on her side and sank beneath the waves, and I went down with it, fulfilling the unwritten oath of all men.
In the next
Who make-
episode of Mr. Trace, Keener Than Most Persons.
Sailing the seas, their life's work. And then I remember, about 3 days after I went down.
And hi again, sports fans. This is Biff Burns in the sports room with another guest from the world of sports. Today, delving into the history of one of our great sports, we have with us on deck Bim Decker, one of the champion ping-pong players of all time. Bim, I'd like to fire away a few questions about the great game of ping-pong.
Well, I wish you'd fire away, Biff, and I'm here to answer the questions. There's only one correction I'd like to make. It isn't ping-pong. Table tennis is
Table
what
tennis.
I play.
I was
There's quite
going-
a difference. Ping-pong is just a 21 game. Table tennis, you play your regular tennis.
Right. Well, that
15 love, 30 love, deuce, and so forth.
one of the
Add in,
questions
add
I
out.
was going to fire at you here, so I'll have to find the second question.
Ping-pong, you see, you just play first one that gets 21 points. It's kind of for kids, I think. Table tennis is regular tennis played on a small scale before a little crowd.
You're listening to Bim Decker, one of the outstanding all-star table tennis champs of all time. Bim, I understand that your left-handed backstroke has never been equaled by anyone in the game.
Well, I'm one of those fellows who can play with either hand. I sometimes flip the paddle over to my right hand or my left hand. Naturally, I'm a right-hander, but on occasions I can give you a mean left-handed forehand, or, as you pointed out, my left-hand backhand, or backhanded left hand.
Right, and standing back as far as you do in those championship matches, you have plenty of time to switch from right to left.
Well, we stand back pretty far. It's because we whale that old pill. You can get hit with one of those, you know.
I understand that, Bim, you've been out of the ranks of the professionals for this past season. You had a recurrence of an old ailment, did you?
That's right. I have a hammer toe on one of my feet. My second toe is a hammer toe on my right foot.
Uh-huh.
And also I swallowed a ping-pong ball earlier in the campaign.
And it should, of course, make for a little bit tough going for a while. Tell me this, who's the toughest opponent you've ever come up against in championship competition? By that I mean you've met the best in the field. Would like to know just who you rate as the toughest opponent.
Well, I've read where they call me my own worst enemy. I'd say that I probably, myself, when I'm off, is the worst fellow I've met up against.
You yourself. Well, that's
I don't
pretty
mean to
modest
say that
statement.
I haven't played other good players, but I think that I'm my own worst enemy.
As far as the
out
bad
there.
players go, you're your own worst enemy.
That's right, I am.
I know there are a lot of youngsters listening in, Bim, who would like to one day grow up and pass from ping-pong to table tennis and become a champ like yourself. What would you advise them to do to reach that height?
Well, you can't get started too early, I'd start by saying to the kids. Now's the time to pick up a ping-pong ball, get to know the paddle. Play ping-pong, table tennis every chance you get. Play fair. Play honest, play hard, play spirited. When you grow up...
Bim, I hate to do this. I hate to interrupt, but I see I'm getting a signal that our time is just about up. Before you go, I'd like to serve you up a real hard, fast one and have you give the folks a demonstration of that quick return of yours. Here it comes. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. It lodged in Bim's mouth. He had his mouth open, and we'll have to attend to that after we leave the air. Sorry, Bim. That's about all we have time for in the Sports Room Now, fans. Until next time, this is Biff Burns saying, until next time, this is Biff Burns saying so long. Hello there, and welcome again to the Insomniac Theater. Today, the soundtrack from another great picture of yesterday, the 1932 success, The Desperate Man. Story about a desperate bank robber who attempts to pull off his last job. We'll begin in just 1 minute after this word.
No, we're going to begin now because they couldn't sell anything, so we got no commercials, so they can start it right now.
We'll begin right now with...
What do you mean you don't... Wait, hold it just a second. You don't have it threaded? Do you have any announcement there about don't start forest fires?
I can fill here with something. The leading role is portrayed by Worthy Dunphy, his wife by Martha Oldsweet.
I wonder where they are now.
And just a reminder that some of your neighbors may have retired, so keep the sound low.
A lot of them have moved.
And now, here's the soundtrack from the 1932 motion picture, The Desperate Man.
Stretch it. He still doesn't have it threaded.
Well, that's all the material I have.
Here, read this announcement.
The time... they have it now? All right, here it is. Just about time for the big bank robbery.
Oh, I wish you wouldn't do it.
Well, we need the money if we're ever going to get that little chicken farm we've been planning on.
But, Lawrence, if you had only worked, you could have accumulated enough money to buy any chicken farm.
Oh, I know, but this is a surefire thing. All we
You're
got to do
smart.
is walk into the bank, pull the heist, and then make the split up, and we're all set. We'll be set for life.
Suppose you get caught.
We won't get caught, dear. We got this thing too well planned out.
Who are you pulling this job with?
I'm pulling it with Eddie, Charlie, Dick,
Uh-oh.
Jimmy, Bim, Roscoe, and let's see, there's one other guy.
I think there's too many in there. One is bound to squeal. One will sing to the cops. You know that, Lawrence.
You gotta let me go through with this.
You know, the more cooks and the crummy broth. You've heard that.
I know what you mean, but we got this thing all planned. Well, I better be leaving. I'll meet you tomorrow, and we'll get that chicken farm.
You know what you're going to do now, Lawrence.
Yeah, I know, Roscoe.
You're going to sit in the car.
Right.
Keep the motor humming there, boy.
Okay, good luck, fellows.
Okay, Lawrence.
There they go into the bag.
Yeah?
You go right over and knock off the teller. I'll take care of the guy.
Right. Okay, give me all your money.
What is
Right
this?
in this bag here.
A
This is
hold-up?
a hold-up, that's right. Right in this bag.
Well, you've hit us at a good time. Almost $6 million.
Yeah, we know.
$1 bills here.
We know, yeah, they're unmarked, too.
Yeah, that's right. We had this figured out, Pally.
Okay, I got it, Roscoe. Come on, they set off the alarm. Hurry up.
Why you? Come on, we don't have time.
What's the matter, fellows? Run into some trouble?
Get this heat rolling.
Come on,
will you,
hurry up,
Lawrence?
Lawrence.
Go.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, here we are. Stop
I'll
it
pull
right
in
here.
right here
Lawrence.
by the front door.
Good.
Okay, let's get out.
Well, when do I get paid off so I can get my chicken farm?
You're going to get yours pretty soon now, Lawrence.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna pay you off good. Come on inside.
Yeah.
Close the door.
Wow, it's a pretty good hideout.
Sit down, Lawrence.
Boy, that's a lot of loot you got there.
Now,
More money than you've ever seen before.
who's gonna give him his, Roscoe?
I don't know. I
Yeah,
thought
who's
maybe
gonna give me mine?
I thought maybe you could take him in the next room and give it to him good.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Give it to him with a little dividend.
With interest, huh, Roscoe? Come on,
right.
Lawrence.
Yeah, well, you don't need to give me any interest, just as long as I get my share, that's
You're going to get it the minute you get in that room.
Don't worry.
Don't worry none,
Oh,
Lawrence.
well, okay.
Give
Now-
it to him good,
as long
Eddie.
as I get it.
I will.
So we come to the end of today's feature soundtrack in the Insomniac Theater, the 1932 film The Desperate Man, in which Worthy Dunphy proved once again that crime does not pay, along with his wife, Martha Oldstreet. Be sure and join us next time for another soundtrack in the Insomniac Theater. It was very interesting. Now, let's see what this is. Take time out to enjoy a little refreshment. Tony, what do we have for the folks today, huh?
Well, that's right, Arthur. This is eating time. We have some rye bread for everybody sent over from the Rye Bread Institute.
That's
Arthur.
good. What else?
Jelly donut, Arthur.
A jelly donut, huh?
That's right, Arthur. Sent over from the Jelly Institute.
So it shouldn't be a total loss. What
right,
else?
Arthur.
This is National Antifreeze Week. Everybody get a little paper cup full of antifreeze?
Well, we forgot that, Arthur.
And this is National Save the Horse Week.
That's right, Arthur.
We got a couple of beauties I want to bring out for you now. Would you lead that Arabian stallion out here, please?
It's a beautiful horse, Arthur.
Isn't he a beauty?
That's right, Arthur.
Climb up on him, Tony. Just show the folks, huh?
Well,
We got the high hurdle set up over there at the far end of the studio.
Well, Arthur,
And I want to show you what a jumper this steed is. He's tame. You get up on him there.
Well, Arthur, I may fall off.
You won't fall off. Hang on to the reins there, see? He can do this
How do you
all
get up,
by
Arthur?
himself. Just up. That's the way. Now start out and take the high hurdle, Tony. Missed it that time.
I'd like to get down now, Arthur.
You're down, boy. That was all right. You notice how that horse just seemed to know how to take the hurdle there all by himself? Tony? Oh, Tony. Well, let's get on with the show then, huh? Somebody get him out.